Good morning, friends. Just saying hello from my garden. Just got back from a walk. My pretty little rock rose. So happy. My pretty monstera. Good morning. It's Thursday, and I just got back from a walk. I actually didn't have my early morning class today, but alas, my body woke me up at like 4:50. I tried to go back to sleep, but by 5:20, I was like, screw this. I'm not getting back to sleep. So I woke up, read my scriptures, and just got my day going. So I'm back from my walk already. Like, guys, I really didn't want to do it today. My feet hurt. I'm going to get shoes today. Today's my first day that I actually have space in my schedule this afternoon to get some shoes. But I've got blisters on my feet. My joints and hips are like, what are you doing? Like, we can handle a walk now and then, but every day. So my body is not super happy with me. I've got a headache. But I still got up and did it. And I was thinking, I was like, well, what's different about this? And so that's kind of what I was thinking and meditating on as I was walking. And I had a bit, it was a momentary shift, but it was a big shift that I think for me is going to hopefully help me keep going. When I was at my doTERRA convention a couple weeks ago, they showed this video, and I'm like getting emotional just thinking about it because it moved me, and I really hope they release it because it was just very poignant. But the video concept was, they showed a younger woman, probably in her late 20s or 30s and early 30s, and then her older self, like in her 60s, and I'm gonna cry. The older self showing gratitude to the younger one for the choices that she was making. I'm not good at sacrificing for myself. I'm very self-indulgent in the moment. I really am. And it's hard for me to find that internal motivation to do the things that I don't want to do and that I don't like doing. And I think a lot of us are like that, right? My husband is not like that. Man, bless his heart, if he decides he's going to do it, he can just do it. And his executive function is ridiculously high. And so we're so opposite, but it works. But I really struggle with doing those things that I don't want to do, like exercising or being productive, or getting those nitpicky computer things done that I need to do, that administrative stuff, or just whatever the thing is, right? That thing can be whatever it is in our life. And I struggle with that. If there's not enough happy brain dopamine in the activity, my ADD brain, it's almost impossible until that procrastination comes in, right? And until the punishment is the cost is too high. Does that make sense? So my brain will use that procrastination technique in order, since the dopamine's not high enough, the happy chemicals are not high enough, we're going to wait until the punishment ones scare us enough or threaten us enough to have the motivation we need, right? So I want to be internally motivation so I don't have that punishment energy, right? That the cost energy coming in. And so watching this video, and also on the flip side of that, I also am the personality that if somebody asks me to do something for them, I will almost always bend over backwards to do it. And I will be so happy to do it because I'm serving and I'm helping, and I know that in some form or fashion that's going to bless their life. And so as I watched that video, and I thought about my future self, because I'm in my 40s, I'm not super young anymore. I'm not old either, but as I was watching that video and thought about myself
in 20, 30 years, which is pretty easy to picture because I look a lot like my mom. And I hope I'm half as spunky as she is at her age. Love you, Mom, if you're watching this. But I could picture the choices that I was making, or lack of choices, by just basically checking out and being apathetic and sitting on the couch and doing very, very minimal effort and activity in my life. I could see where that was going to lead. It's almost like I could see the physical disease and the physical discomfort and the physical struggles that were going to come from those choices. And I could see the emotional toll that it would take, and the increased distance between me and my true self, between me and my husband, between me and my children, between me and my friends and my other connections. And I could see the spiritual consequences of that. And I think that's what scared me the most, because I'm a very spiritually connected person. I love my Savior, but I was letting distance come in that as well, in that relationship. And seeing that scared me. Kind of seeing that little blip of, this could be your future, scared me. But also seeing the possibility of having a different story and a different future based on making those hard choices that I don't want to make. I can do it for her. I can do it for my future self. I can do it for my grandkids. I can do it for my kids, so that they're not going to have as much to take care of when I get older. I can do it for that. I might not be able to do it for me today, but I can do it for my future self. And so I think that that's what's changed. And I'm sorry I'm being a total crybaby, but that's what this is for, right? Raw and real. It's not tears, the whole shebang. But I can do it. I can do it for my future self. I can do it for my future family. And the choices get easier to make the more I make the same choice. And that's true in any direction. And so it's been easier for me to make the choice to get up. And I know that walking is kind of like, this is kind of the thing I'm doing, but your thing can be anything. It literally can be anything. But making the choice to get up and walk every day is getting easier. I don't like it anymore. I don't like my increase of happiness or joy from doing it is still not there. I don't love it. I hope to love it someday. But I like what it's doing to my character. And I like that the choice to do that hard thing is allowing me to make choices to do other hard things and other things that I don't necessarily want to do, but I know will benefit me, my family, or others. And so I just encourage you to see what is your hard thing. And you might have a lot of hard things. You probably have a lot. You probably have a list. We all do. But pick one thing that you can choose to do daily. Like, it needs to be something that you do regularly, because I really believe that that's how we can retrain our brain, and that's how we can rewire it, is to repeatedly make that hard choice. Whether it's, eating healthy, or deciding to pray, or deciding to read scriptures, or deciding to get up off the couch, or deciding, I don't know, whatever it is your thing is. I just say a little prayer. God will guide you what your thing is. But as you continually make that choice and prove to your brain that you can do hard things and that it's going to be okay and you're going to survive at the other end, those choices become easier. And I hope that as I continue to make those the hard choices, the things that I don't want to do, that it will make it easier for me to push forward and to progress and get through the uncomfortableness of change and progress, because I know it's worth it. I've been through this process before, and it's time to do it again. So, friends, thank you so much for going on this journey with me, and thanks for sharing a bit of your time with me and creating space that I can heal through this weird way of doing it, but it's working, and I hope that it helps you guys in some way. Have a fabulous Thursday. I'm off to teach about Isaiah today in our Church Institute adult Bible study, and then I'm off to Costco. So have a great one. Love you, friends. Bye-bye.